Hi, nice to meet you. My name is Alex. I'm one of the co-founders and CEO at ToolSense. And today I will give you a tour of ToolSense and show you what a use case we fulfill for our platform. So let's jump straight in. ToolSense is a web platform that you can access with my.toolsense.io, and a smartphone app you can download in the Google Play or in the Apple Store. And we work with asset-intensive companies like construction, facility service, hospitality, typically with the maintenance, repair, and operation teams, and help them digitize their work, meaning moving away from Excel, pen and paper, and WhatsApp to one central digital platform to streamline all the workflows, like, for example, repair management, safety inspections, asset scheduling, lifecycle processes of all kind of sort, and simply also asset management as an overall topic. So let's jump straight in and let's have a look. One typical use case how ToolSense is being used, that is to, in case of downtime, to fix the situation as fast as possible. So how typically our customers do these things before ToolSense is that if something breaks down, the operator of the machine picks up the phone, tries to call the supervisor, who maybe doesn't have time, doesn't pick up, and the machine is standing still, and they are trying to work at least manually if it's possible, or have to do something else. But of course, it's a very costly situation, and depending on the industry, this can cause a lot of friction and can also lead to long downtimes. So we have, for example, in facility services, we often see weeks of downtime. And in general, in decentralized settings, it can be very long down before actually somebody notices the machine doesn't work. How this works with ToolSense is that we digitize the process from end to end. So I want to show this to you with a floor scrubber. So let's imagine that you are now the machine operator, in this case a cleaner, right? So these are the machines you maybe know from the supermarket driving around. And now, instead of picking up the phone when the machine doesn't work, sending a WhatsApp, trying to contact the supervisor, we have these QR codes. So this can be stickers like this, or also metal plates like this, or also we have them available as NFC tags. And what I would ask you to do is, imagine you're the operator, the machine operator, the machine doesn't work. Instead of you trying to call now your supervisor, just take out your phone and try to scan the QR code. I will also do it with you. Great. So what you see now is that you see now this landing page. You see some documentation of the machine, a link video. So I, as an operator now, I'm also informed how to use the machine, potentially also see the checks. And what's also important, if my phone is in another language, so in the language that my phone is in, if it's in Turkish, Arabic, Serbo-Croatian, then it's also shown there like this. So what I would ask you now to do is that you please click on report the problem and actually send a ticket. And if you need some time, just pause the video to do that. Great. Again, what was important, first, you didn't need to download an app. So this just works without an app, just works with the camera and the web browser you have on your phone. It would also be possible to restrict access to certain procedures with a password. So maybe you want everybody to be able to report the problem, but only some people know the password should be able to do the pre-operation inspection. That is possible to set up. Also, what's possible is that you can set this up per machine type. So maybe for an excavator, it shows something different than for a dumper and similar. So this is also possible to be configured like this. Also, second point, I don't know what language your phone is in, but if it's another language than English, no problem. The whole thing automatically detects your phone language, shows everything in that, and then translates it back. All right, and now what happens now? Now I will jump into the role of the supervisor, who previously would have gotten a couple missed phone calls. Now I just get a push notification on my phone, and the system routes the resulting ticket automatically. I get notified, and you can see here now in the history tab, or actually you cannot because it's not live, but you would be able to see your new ticket here. And again, I got now a push notification as a supervisor, and I'm now able to click on my phone and jump straight into the ticket, which is what we will do now. And we will just have a look. So now I see, I know immediately what machine is this. Normally, I maybe get a phone call, the machine is broken, which machine, the yellow machine, where are you, etc. And then I have to, then be in some decentral use cases like cleaning, for example, they actually have to drive on site to even find what equipment it is. I know all of that now like this. I know, okay, it's this machine on that site. I also know, okay, is it not okay? I have all the information on my fingertips, and now I can just jump straight into the machine. I as a site manager, because before I escalate this to my supplier, I want to get an overview. All right, and now this I see also very nicely, very easily, and this is important as a machine, where I actually see this has an IoT device installed, right? So we also can supply you with trackers to connect the equipment, right? So this can be, for example, a machine tracker like this that you can wire, or we also have autonomous trackers like this one that you can just put on a small equipment, or even vehicle trackers that you can put into the diagnostics port of cars. And with this, I actually know the location. So let's see. Okay, wow, this is a machine that actually already has an overdue inspection. That's not good. Maybe that caused a problem. Oh, and actually in February also the life cycle cost spiked. Planned info 2 projects. So let's see the runtime. I actually haven't been using it really that much. So you see, we can now here get all the IoT data that we capture from the machine. Could be different motors, could be battery, whatever the machine gives us. And this can be an indicator, for example, if they're charging the battery 5 times a day in a situation where they should only do it once, then we already have a good indicator here. So let's maybe check the history. Okay, from upcoming pet check in a couple months, and actually a couple prompt tickets. So apparently this is a couple. Of course, it's a demo machine. Normally there is not a couple, but this is a machine that has already had quite a few issues and was moved around a bit. So we have everything really in one central place, the lifecycle folder. Let's maybe have a look at some documents, maybe what was the last pet check that was done. Let's see. And this is the last check was done in German. The last check that was done with the ToolSense app, so also that is documented automatically. And the nice thing now, maybe I can say, okay, this is something that we can fix, we cannot fix. I will maybe jump into a different ticket. Maybe it doesn't have somebody. Also has somebody. Yeah, here. So this is, for example, now also a ticket like this, where I can say, okay, actually, this should be fixed by somebody. So I can now assign the technician very easily, and then the technician now gets a push notification, knows what to do, can say, okay, in progress, all right, we'll handle it. Can be auto-assigned or not. I want to be assigned actually. I'm the demo user in this case. All right, and maybe you can see here, right, you can see all the communication, but maybe now the technician says, actually, it's too complicated. We need to send this to the supplier. All right, and now it could have been quite annoying to do that. But what you can do in ToolSense, you can set up your suppliers as teams, and then you can just select them from here. And they don't need access to the system. Everything works through email, right? And you can also just put an email address here. So I will now put in my actual email address, my private one. Please don't send me spam. And so now I will receive on my private email the ticket. All right. And here it is. It tells me that I was added as a follower, and I can just now, answer it. All right. Will do so. And I will also already attach, maybe if I want the cost estimate or something, I will do that also. Maybe this is okay. All right. Okay, so I now answered this as a supplier, and then it will actually show up here in the bottom in a couple minutes with all the necessary, with everything like here. So it will, you see, it was an email address that came here, and yeah, I didn't need to log in or do anything similar. All right. Okay. So now let's say we fix it with the supplier, then I can just close the whole thing. Everything working again, thanks to our great supplier, and update the status. All right. So this was now one process that can be easily digitized from, already reporting the problem with a QR code. Of course, I can also just very easily report the problem here through the web app or also the mobile app. To notifying the right person, they can get an overview of the situation, can see the history, can see IoT data, and make, a judgment call on what should be done. To even, including external suppliers and inviting them to help collaborate. And we have partners that actually match 10, 20, 30, 40 suppliers, and the service interactions all through ToolSense, and it works really well. The last point, what's important is benchmarking. So now that everything is not phone calls and WhatsApp and email, and it's a gut feeling if the supplier is doing a good job or not, now everything is also digitized and tracked. So we know when was it submitted, when did they react, when was it assigned, when was it in progress. So we can really benchmark the downtimes and also differentiate per supplier, so that we have a really good overview of if what supplier is performing in what way, and if we should initiate discussions how we can improve the situation, because the long downtime doesn't help anybody. And with this approach, we had really a lot of success with our customers that, we were able to, for example, in one case in a hospital, reduce the downtime within 5 months from 60 days to below 10 days. And this is typically the norm, that we can achieve a downtime reduction of 70 to 80%. All right. Another important point is general doing inspections and maintenance in ToolSense. And this I would like to show you like this. So you can plan for every kind of asset type. You can plan inspections or maintenance, and this can be done either based on time intervals that you can say once a year, once a month, once a day, or it can again also be based on IoT, meaning every 100 hours, every 1,000 kilometers, or when an event occurs like low batteries, then you can also trigger an event. And then on the one hand, the right person can get notified. So you can set up who should get notified and how should the notification look like. And on the other hand, also we have, of course, dashboards that tell you what upcoming checks you have. And then also you can define for your organization list views like this, where, for example, we can say overdue checks or checks upcoming, where everybody that then actually logs into ToolSense can see the upcoming inspections that they have. So actually I have quite a few apparently. So let's, for example, see this here. This is a Renault Kerax, a truck, and actually it should have been done already. UVV, the car check should be done 12 months ago. And I could either just initiate it now, that I can then, choose the right check to do so. There are apparently multiple that are available, or also we can do this on the app, which I will show you now. All right, so now you can see the ToolSense app. So we have, I as a site manager, see now the assets that are in my responsibility. You can see the machine checks that are overdue. Can also see all the tickets, can interact with the tickets, can see the necessary information, long message, all right. And can also trigger certain workflows like inspections, quality checks, whatever kind of workflows you digitize with ToolSense. But let's say I have this Caterpillar excavator here that I want to do a check for. So I have all the data here, the history and everything, and I need to do a check, safety inspection, where the pet check is the right check, and now I could have scanned the QR code and NFC tag, or just shows it from the asset list, right? So maybe to show you this also, I have here on the top right this QR code symbol and NFC symbol. If I click the NFC symbol, it will say, please scan NFC tags, or with the QR code, I could just scan a QR code. It's an unassigned QR code, so we'll not do that now. We could create a method, but we will not do this now. And then I could do it. Then I could do the check, or I just click on the asset that I want, and with all the data and everything, and then just jump right into the right check. So now we'll do this. Initial test, and then I can just go through fastest pet check ever. Can take a picture. Session qualified, and can sign the whole thing. All right, and if I submit this now, then basically you see the check was now set to done. The new check is planned according to the schedule. And also you see the document was automatically created. I could download it now. Let's have a quick look. Perfect. So everything is properly documented, and yeah, just a big process improvement. All right. So we covered issue reporting. We covered digitizing safety checks, digitizing maintenance protocols. And now probably you say, okay, Alex, but I have a ton of different maintenance protocols. Do I need to now send this to all of you and you do this for me? No, you don't. You can do this yourself. We have what we call procedures. Okay, procedures. So procedures is a way how you can easily digitize any kind of paper, Excel, or PDF-based protocols, forms, workflows you might have. This can be maintenance protocols, safety inspections, it could be pre-operation inspections, it could be handovers of assets, it could be requesting, moving, scrapping assets, quality checks, and you can easily create them yourself in ToolSense. You can create them both for assets and sites. Sites is, for example, a building which can have different rooms, or maybe in a hotel you have a master suite and then you have a bedroom 1, bedroom 2, these kind of things. And yeah, you can basically create workflows for both assets and sites. And when this can be on the one end a normal workflow, it can be a QR code based workflow. So for example, if you're in a hospital, you maybe want to put QR codes or NFC tags somewhere so that the workers can scan it and know what they should need to do in this room on a daily basis. For example, if it should be disinfected or something like this. Or it can also be a check, which is then a safety inspection, maintenance that should trigger some kind of automation. But we are going to just do a normal maintenance check. So actually, let's do a generator check. All right, so basically you see this, for this we need to select or scan an asset, and we will call it generator checklist. And now you have different kind of options, right? So it could be a heading, a drop down, date, selecting asset types, taking pictures, checkboxes or similar. And let's do a very simple one. Please check that everything is okay. Make it no wear and tear, no visible sign of leakage, no corrosion, which is always good. Then what else we want, maybe a result. How is the state of the generator? And we can also have automations, which mean based on what we select, different things will be triggered. The ticket can be open, closed, assigned to somebody. All right, please take a picture. And then let's do still a date selector and a scan, a signature, not a scan. All right, please sign, preview. Okay, nice. This is how this will look. Now we can save it, and it's done. And now you can make it available for everybody, can be available for specific users. And yeah, I mean, the possibilities are quite endless. So it can be even, what do we have? Shopping list. Which type of assets? Well, that's small shopping list, but it can be anything you want. Or we have customers that put the QR codes in the cars, and then the drivers can send it and can send the kilometer readings of the car if they don't want to have a tracker. And again, it's very nice. You can make this available for everybody or for specific users. And also you can differentiate based on the asset or site type. So a generator, maybe when you scan the QR code, is one thing, and a washing machine has a different thing, and an extrusion machine has something completely different. Okay, next up, parts and inventory management. Most of our customers not only have assets or sites, but also parts, inventory, and consumable, which also is possible to keep track of in ToolSense. You can generate also QR codes for this, where you can then easily scan these things. And let's maybe take these feeder belts, where you can basically know what do we have in stock and where. And you can have a minimum quantity, maximum quantity. You can take out or add stuff. And let's see, the max quantity is 35. So if we put in 40, then now we're actually over max quantity. And we can see that actually there was something added. We also have the history available, who did what, also documents, in general master data of the inventory. And now basically also we know actually, oops, there's a warning, it's overstock. We can also then know if, for example, we could also have a filter that we see, okay, what is understocked, and that we can have a shopping list basically. Of course, also that can be then, basically assigned to sites. We can also then basically see in certain service tickets what parts did we use, what is for what asset. That can be then also interconnected. Next up, vehicle management. A lot of our customers have cars, vehicles, can be, for example, even trucks or similar, where we then also offer car trackers like this that go into the OBD2 port, or we have trackers that can be wired into the vehicles, and they have a SIM card like your phone. So with this, we can get location, fuel consumption, all kind of car data. And then we have a functionality called trips, where you can see all the trips that actually were done within a certain time interval. We could also have it as a map view, so that we see, okay, where are actually the cars in a certain period? Are they moving around? Are they not moving around? And you can see all the cars on one map. All right. So for example, here we see, okay, where are the cars right now? And we could then follow them around, but let's keep it simple. We will look at it like this. So there you can see also easily, okay, what car is this? Where did it start? Where did it end? So there's a car in Egypt. And we even know, okay, actually they are speeding quite a bit. Yeah, and also you can look at all the cars, as we said, in one place, also the trips that they took, and then also select based on the time that you can also, for example, say, okay, I want to see the route that one car took in 1 week. So you can have all of that. Okay, and the last point that I want to show you today is actually asset scheduling. So you maybe have machines that are shared between sites. So for example, it's an excavator that is moving from one job site. And for this, we have, for excavators move from one job site to the other, we have what we call here the Gantt view, where you can see all the assets on one place. We could also say, okay, we want to see the monthly basis, for example, and can also filter accordingly. We see, there is safety inspection upcoming, and then you can plan them in, can put them in a work order, and then it basically looks like this, where it's blocked, and you know, okay, what is happening here, where is it for, why is it blocked, and have everything in one central place. All right, I hope you enjoyed this very brief and quite generic though demonstration of tools. I hope it was helpful for you and it was a good first view into the platform. And I would invite you to create a trial account on our website if you click on start trial, or also book a demo where we can actually really go towards your requirements and show you how ToolSense, if and how ToolSense can help you solve the challenges you have. So yeah, it was very nice to meet you virtually. Wish you a wonderful day and hopefully talk to you soon in a session. All right, take care.